So we're back with ranked multiplayer on F1 2025, and today we're going around Miami. So we start off with the qualifying session. It's probably not one of my best qualifying sessions I've ever done. I won't lie. But here we go. So we're off to a good start. Currently sat in fourth, second just by going around the first corner. Triple D's in first. Then we managed to get up to first already. So things are starting to look up. Got a fresh car for the online and a fresh new livery and helmet scheme and everything like that. I do apologise for not posting in a while as well. But yeah, so here we are. So we end up going back down second by 3 tenths, which isn't the end of the world. We do try and make up for it later on in the lap. Whilst we're actually on about F1, did anybody watch the Grand Prix this gone weekend? Yeah, slightly shocking in my eyes. You know, it was a Verstappen dominated Grand Prix. I don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest Verstappen fan ever, but Verstappen did, he did seem to just check out early in that race. I felt bad for Oscar, Lando having that bad pit stop, and then for some reason McLaren just decided it'd be an amazing idea for him to swap back, even though Oscar's leading the championship. McLaren have already won the Drivers' Championship, let's face it, they're winning it in the next round, but for some reason decided it'd be a good idea to swap back because it's not McLaren F1 team, it's Lando Norris Racing. So here we are, so we managed to qualify second in the qualifying, and now we're on to the race. So it's not a bad start that we get here. Try and send up the inside. It goes a bit wrong because we outbrake ourselves. Never mind, we still managed to keep 2 wheels on the racing line. As you can see, there's utter carnage behind us. Everyone just slamming into everyone. It's your typical online lobby first corner. It's nowhere near as bad as Assetto Corsa Competizione if you played that online. And we've just put 2 wheels over the racing, over the track limits. So we get a warning for that there. I was a bit frustrated with myself for that there. As you can see, we're in first now. My aim here is I'm trying to keep within a second in front of the car. But as you can see, the car behind must have just had overtake on because it's just gained over a tenth of a second of us in that corner. We seem to be a bit slower on there because we seem to have braked real early. But we're still managing to stay in the lead at this point. So here we are, we're going into the chicane. This is the worst chicane in F1 in my eyes. It's awful on the game. It might be great in real life. It might add for some good overtaking, but in the game it's just so hard to get right. When you get it right, it's perfection. But if you get it wrong, you're seriously within doubts. We're using a lot of overtake here. We give the guy racing room since we did kind of clatter into him in that first corner. So then we go for the switchback. We make a little bit of contact when he turns into us. And then we just do a pirouette, go down a couple of gears and get it back going. And we still managed to stay in second place. I don't know how, but we managed it. Now I noticed the guy in front starts to clear off. He's 2.3 seconds ahead. But then I did also use my head a little bit and think, hang on a minute. I only need to stay within 2 seconds of this car in front. If I can get within the 2-second barrier, we're absolutely fine. We're going to get the dub regardless. So then we start to chase down this guy. He has just gained a little bit more time. 2.5 seconds now we are behind. Leaving our shifts a little bit late. I was in a bit of an aggression with myself for making contact with that car and crashing into the wall. Losing the lead. Even though I did the right thing of letting him through. But hey ho, these things happen. So I notice now we're now within 2 seconds of the guy. So I start to get a bit happy about this. We could be hunting for the dub for once. After not playing F1 for a while. So I am running the Thrustmaster T598. I pre-ordered it when it first came out. I have had a few issues and now I'm my 3rd unit actually of the T598. Because the first one, for some reason it gets really hot. Obviously it's the magnets and things inside it and the electronics working. It gets super hot, So it'd get to the point after having it for about 3 months, I'd say maybe 4 months. It got that hot, it started tripping itself out. So I just got in touch. I mean, in the UK, we have a place called Currys. I'm not sure what the equivalent would be in America or the rest of the world, but I ordered mine through Currys. So I just got in touch with them. It was quite nice. They sent me a new one out. The new one that came, for some reason, there was a kink in the pedal cable. So there's nothing wrong with the actual unit. It was just a problem with the cable that goes into the accelerator and brake. So that had a little kink in it. So then I had to get in touch with them again. They couldn't just send out the parts. It was a full swap again. So now I'm my third unit, and this one, you know, touch wood, seems to be running all right. Yeah, I've had to put an elastic band around the power cable because for some reason when the power cable dropped, it kept turning off. So that's why I haven't played F1 or put any racing videos up for a while. That's why the last one was like a shooter game, Ghost Recon Wildlands. If you haven't viewed that, you should go check it out. It's quite cool. It is a lengthy video though. So we are now within 2 seconds of this guy, and I'm starting to get a bit hopeful. And just so I get real hopeful, I make an absolute rookie mistake and outbrake myself. I don't know what I was doing there. And we end up putting ourselves in the wall. Luckily, we had a big enough gap behind. We had a 7-second gap behind. So we was able to stay in second place. It's now 2.3 seconds behind, but the guy behind has also got a 2-second penalty. So I'm now just thinking I need to track this guy down. I need to, you know, in my head I just had Bono come over the radio. It's hammer time, Lewis. So I put the pedal to the floor, and yeah, we tried to chase this guy down. I do actually rate the Miami track. It's very brightly coloured. Yeah, and it's when the actual Grand Prix are, it's real cool. I mean, this year they did do the Lego car parade, which that was pretty awesome. But yeah, as you can see, the guy in front now, he's gaining. He's 7.2 seconds away. So it's not looking like we're going to get the win in this one. But as a wise man once told me, the race is never over until the black and white flag is shown. So we keep hopes up. As you can see through that chicane, talked about it earlier, we got it perfect. So we managed to gain that little bit of time. We're now 6.6 seconds behind this guy, and I'm thinking, right, okay, so we've just managed to gain nearly a second in a lap. Maybe if I screw my head on properly, I can maybe gain another second. But then, as you see, we go backwards. So there's a lot of time in the last corner, and 6.7 seconds behind again. So it is, you know, all this time the guy in front's gaining a little bit. We are gaining on the guy behind us because we're now at 4 seconds in front of him. So by the end of the race, it will equivalent to about 6 seconds in front. And as you can see, the guy in front again, 7 seconds he's gone up to now. He absolutely blitzed that first corner. And I mean, they have got the fastest lap of the race, to be fair. So, you know, they must know what they're doing. But yeah, we're trying to just salvage what was a dreadful online race. You know, it's not one of the worst lobbies I've been in, actually. I did a race just after this one. And the lobby on there, it was, well, you'd have thought it was brisk F1 stock cars with how much contact there was throughout the race. But the game doesn't issue the penalties correctly. I mean, the day that happens, it'll be a miracle. But yeah, so it was an odd one because, you know, they'd bump you off the track, but yet you'd end up with a penalty somehow. Yeah, just online carnage. That's what I called the last one. That's what we'll call this one. We managed to do pretty good. Managed to get second, so that'll do.